What happens if you die without a will in the state of Illinois? Hi, I'm Courtney English, the estate planning attorney, and I'm here to tell you what happens if you die without a will or a trust in the state of Illinois. The first thing that's going to happen is if you die without one of these important documents, is that probate is going to have to be opened in a court. This is an actual court proceeding that's going to take time and cost money. This means that your loved ones are going to have to fork up the cash for attorney fees, court costs, filing fees in order to get your estate dealt with. The result of this is that the judge gets to step in and say what happens with your property. And worse yet, if you have minor children, a decision gets to be made as to who is their guardian. Let's step back and say that you are not married. You live in a home with a partner and you pass away without a will. Perhaps you owned that home and they did not, or their name wasn't on it. This is going to have to go through probate. This is going to be a serious fight. Why? Because non-married persons do not get priority, even if they live together. Now, what's the next step? If you die without a will or an estate plan in the state of Illinois, the court is going to follow the state laws in Illinois for how your property gets disposed of. And often this means boyfriends, girlfriends, close friends, charities get nothing. So if you had a plan for those things, too bad. Now, let's say that you don't speak to your family anymore, or perhaps you're estranged from your children. Maybe they made choices and that's just what it is. What happens with your property? When you pass away, they may still be able to inherit that unless you have a trust and will set up. Like I always say, if you do not have a plan for your property, the state does. It's going to step in and tell you what has to happen. Also, that probate process I mentioned, not only is it expensive and takes a great deal of time, it allows the court to keep their hand in all the things you had built. The things you have spent your life accumulating, the money, the assets, the home, the retirement accounts, whatever those things may be that matter to you, even family heirlooms, you now have a middle person deciding what gets to happen with those. So do yourself a favor. Don't die in the state of Illinois without a will or an estate plan, because otherwise you are giving the government full say-so on what happens to your property, your family, your future, and to determine what legacy you leave behind.